What is good, everyone, and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be giving you my honest thoughts on Cold War from the alpha and the 2 weekends of the beta. Talk about the maps, the guns, the perks, the score streaks, everything about it, break it down, and just give you my honest opinion. What I think is good, what I think is bad, all that stuff. But first off, what do you guys think? Do you guys think Black Ops Cold War has potential to be a really good game, or did you chalk it? Like, you're just like, no, I'm not playing this game, I'm not having fun. What do you guys think? I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of crazy comments. We're gonna have a discussion in the comments. We're going to be respectful to each other in the comments. All right, everyone. So we're just gonna talk about the game, say what we like, say what we don't like, and let our thoughts and opinions be heard. But actually, right now, if you're watching this, G Fuel is having a 30% off sale again. Using my code ATTACH, ATTACH, 30% off. I'll leave a link in the description in the comments if you want to go check it out. Take advantage, get hype sauce, get a shaker, all that good stuff. Without further ado, though, let's get right into this video and let's talk about Black Ops Cold War. Now, let's talk about the most important thing in any and every Call of Duty, the maps. Okay, so the maps were all right, in my opinion, across the board during the Black Ops Cold War beta. We're going to talk about each and every one and some of the good parts about them, some of the bad parts. I don't know. I'm not too crazy about the maps right now, to be honest. I think there was some that are decent. Like, I think Moscow has a really good opportunity of being a competitive map. It plays well in hardpoint. It makes sense. You can control the spawns and maneuver the spawns. The spawn system is pretty solid when it comes to hardpoint and domination. And even in kill confirmed and TDM, there is a spawn system that you can see and remember. Playing the kill races that I was playing really was good practice to learn all the spawns and to know how to manipulate them. So that was really helpful to figure out that spawn system and stuff. But Moscow is the only map that we've played in the beta that I can see being competitive. I think that map, I wish it had a little bit more color, but the way it's set up is pretty well. I think it'll play well in 4v4. I can see that being an SND map as well. Of course, we don't know where the bomb sites will be yet, but I think that can be a really good hardpoint and SND map. And then control, when we do get, or actually we did play control, so it was pretty solid for control too. But control was playing kind of slow in pubs. I don't know how it's going to transition over into competitive, but we'll see. We'll talk about that later. We'll see how control plays when the full version of the game is out. But Moscow has the most potential to be a competitive map. And then excuse me, moving on to Satellite. Satellite is a pub-based map. I do not see this map being competitive at all. It has the sand dunes over here where you could just like snipe and do all that cool stuff, which is pretty fun. They have the top middle part you can take control of and just kill the other team as they try and run up. That map is very heavy for spawn killing. It's probably the easiest map to spawn kill on. So it's very tough for like the new casual player to go up against people that know what they're doing. Like, they're just gonna get put into the cycle, put into the spawn trap over and over and over. But that map is it's solid for pubs. I don't mind it. I like the size of it. I think it's really fun to snipe on as well. If you like sniping, quick scoping and stuff, it's really good. Go into the dunes or go top mid and you can pretty much see everything from that point. So that map is all right. And then moving on to my least favorite map now is Miami. I think Miami had potential to be a really good map. When I first saw it, I was like, oh my god, we're getting a Miami map. This is going to be really fun. It looks good. But then when I started playing it, there's just so much stuff on the map. Like, the whole outskirts of the map is just like useless hallways, streets, alleyways, and I'm just like, why did they add this in? I think if they condensed Miami down and made it like the little middle part, it probably would have been a lot better and it would have been playable, and I could have potentially saw it being played in like maybe SND for competitive. But I don't know. I don't like the way Miami is laid out at all. I think there's too many just random spots that are not impactful on the map, and it's just a very slow paced map because people are camping and not really moving around too much or being too aggro around the map. And the last map that they added is Cartel. Well, there's some other maps that you can play, like the domination with like 24 people in the lobby and other stuff. I'm only going to talk about the ones you can play in like the mosh pit playlist. So Cartel is the next one. This one was all right. I think the biggest issue that I have and everyone has with it is the fact that the grass is, you can't see through it. It's everywhere on the map, so like people could just be sliding around maneuvering through it. I think you should at least get like you should see their gamer tags through the grass. Like, if someone's just laying in the grass there, you should see their name pop up in red right there. I think that's the biggest issue with the map. Other than that, the layout is decent. I don't really think it'll be a competitive map either, but the layout is all right, except for the grass. That is the biggest thing. I just think the grass needs to be they need to do something about that, make it easier to see people or whatever it has to be. They need to like change it up a little bit, because that's my biggest gripe with the map. And that pretty much covers those 4 maps right there. So I'm gonna say Moscow is the best for competitive and has the most potential. I think Satellite is a pretty fun pub map. Cartel's all right. The grass is pretty annoying. And then Miami, too campy, too big. They need to condense it and make it smaller to potentially be a better map. And now let's talk about the guns in the game. I feel like every gun is pretty good. Like, you can use guns and you can get kills with every single gun. Some of the ARs kill in like 2 bullets, like the QBZ or the QKZ or something like that. It is no recoil. It kills in 3 bullets across any range, and it's absurd. The SMGs are also really good as well. Good movement speed, especially with like Duster Stock and the slide. It was absolutely insane. They nerfed it for the second weekend, where the Duster Stock was 30% before. Now it's just 5%. So I feel like the SMGs are really good. You could strafe with them. You can move around quickly with them. They still do good damage. They don't have very much recoil. The ARs, especially like the XM4, the AK-47, have tons and tons of damage while having decent movement speed. And then the tactical rifles like the M16 shreds. It's so good. The M16 is insane, has so much damage, and I could definitely see it being used this year in competitive. It's going to be interesting to see what the gun meta is. For right now, I would probably say 1 to 2 ARs and then 2 subs. So it's gonna be interesting though when the full game releases and we like start to figure everything out, figure out the maps and all that good stuff. And then sniping as well is very easy. I think they need to like make it give you a little bit less aim assist. I feel like anyone could just pick up a sniper and have insane clips for phase 5. It's just, in my opinion, I think it feels too easy. You can let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If you think sniping's too easy, if it's too hard, whatever it may be. That's just my opinion. I just feel like it's way too easy to pick up a sniper and look like Pomage out there in the battlefield. And another big thing is that they made shotgun secondary, which is interesting. The pistols are really good too, but you can switch the pistols out for a shotgun. And with the shotgun, of course, it destroys everything close range. I was using the Gallo 12 is what I believe it's called. And I was just able to get like a 3 or 4 piece with my gun, run out of ammo, swap to the shotgun real quick, and bang, 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 just destroy everyone. So in my opinion, the shotgun's really good. I like that it's a secondary for fun in pubs. I don't think a shotgun will be allowed too much in competitive, because I think that's kind of trolly. You just wait in a room, wait for people to push you, and then you just shotgun them. Like it's not too competitive, but in pubs it's fun to like go world star people with a shotgun as your secondary instead of having to use it as the primary weapon. Let's talk about movement. Okay, movement in this game definitely felt clunky in the alpha. I think they fixed it a little bit going into the beta. The movement felt a little bit smoother. I still think it feels a little clunky and stuff, but we all just may be used to like the Modern Warfare movement and like the slide cancel and the snaking and all that stuff. So the movement is definitely slowed down compared to what it was. Like when you were using Duster Stock the first week, you would go flying off ledges, and you could still ledge slide a little bit. It's nowhere near as crazy as it was the first alpha week. So I like the movement now. It definitely got toned down a bit because I think the slide was just way too out of hand, too crazy, and the movement got fixed, so I'm happy about that. The jump shotting is definitely a little weird. I feel like at times you lose aim assist when you jump shot. Like sometimes it works and sometimes you lock on and it works, but sometimes you jump shot and your shot goes flying everywhere, and it's just kind of weird how that works. And then sliding down hills, sliding down staircases is also pretty good. I think it's just the right speed for the game, so that's solid. And then I'm interested to see what glitches, what movement glitches that we find out that are in the game. I'm sure once we have more time to really play the game and dive deep down into it, we'll find out all the crazy movement glitches and snaking and all that crazy stuff. But they also have a drop shot handle. A lot of people have been commenting on my videos asking, how can you drop shot? The drop shot does not seem good at all. You can put something called the drop shot handle, I believe, which allows you to drop shot and just lay down. Because instead, if you try and drop shot, you like put your hand down to like stand up, and you have like got the gun in one hand, you're hip firing. It doesn't work out too well. So you have to put a certain attachment on to be able to drop shot in this game. And now let's talk about the perks in Black Ops Cold War. I actually think the perks are pretty useful. You can use that one wild card that lets you have 2 of each. So perk 1 you get 2, slot 2 you get 2, and then perk 3 you get 2 as well. So that is very, very helpful. I have them up on my phone actually right here. So you got engineer, which helps you see equipment all over the map, which can be really helpful, especially in pubs, to maneuver the map. Watch out for bouncing betties, claymores, C4s when they get thrown at you, whatever it may be. You can see the field mics as well to kill those, so the people who don't have radars everywhere. That's really helpful. You of course have flak jacket and tac mask as well, which you could just put those on and no stuns, no nades are gonna do that much damage to you or affect you that much. And then in perk 2, you have scavenger, assassin, tracker, and quartermaster, which are mostly like pub perks. I think in competitive we'll probably use scavenger. I think that's the only one we can really use. So I think quartermaster also refreshes your not your specialist, what's the word I'm looking for, your tactical, your equipment, or no, I think it might be your equipment and then your tacticals and lethals as well. I can't remember off the top of my head, but scavenger is really good, just get more ammo. Assassin's fun to use in pubs because if you have the mini map up, someone will appear with the X. If you kill them, you get more score streaks points to your score streaks, so that's pretty cool. And then in perk 3, they are very useful. You have Gung Ho, Ghost, Cold-Blooded, and Ninja. Gung Ho makes it so you can run, you can reload, you can throw nades while you're running, you can hop over stuff faster. It's just a really good perk to have. Ghost is good for when you don't want to get seen by UAVs or anything like that. So pull out Ghost when you hear the enemies have UAVs inbound. Cold-Blooded is really good for when they have like attack choppers or what's it called? What's some other ones? Attack choppers, chopper gunners as well. You don't pop up and they can't see you too well. They can still kill you, but you don't pop up in like bright red. And last but not least, let's talk about score streaks. Okay, so it's by the score streak system as well. It's not by kills. It's every time you get a kill, you get points. Every time you get in the hill, you get points. And if you go on a kill streak, you get more points multiplied to your score. So it's really helpful to go on a kill streak, like your first couple lives of the game, to get your score streaks faster. But then I feel like it gets really weird where at the middle part to the end part of the game, it's just like chopper gunner, attack chopper, war machine, dogs, swarm, everything is just called in back to back to back, and it gets kind of like annoying because it's like, wow, I can't even play the game anymore towards the middle of the end part because everyone has it. Personally, I think it's kind of easy to get score streaks. I don't know how you guys are feeling. Like, nah, it's pretty difficult. I don't get score streaks that often, or the big ones that often, but I feel like at least once a game, if I'm in a decent lobby, each player is getting it at least once. They're getting their medium score streak at least once, and every good player is getting all their score streaks. So it's kind of like score streak spam, and I feel like that can get very old very quick, just dying by attack chopper and chopper gunners. It is a really big issue, but I don't know. I'm going to be interested to see on what they do, if they change it at all to make it a little bit more difficult to get the higher ones, or what they're going to do about that, because right now I just feel like it's a little too easy to get all your score streaks and just spam them throughout the whole game. Let me know what you guys think about the score streaks down in the comments below. What's your favorite score streaks? What's the most useless score streak? And if you think it's too easy or too difficult to get them, hopefully some of the stuff that we talk about can later be given in as some feedback to the developers to try and make Call of Duty the best game it could possibly be. I don't know if this game is going to be the best Call of Duty of all time. I also don't think it will be the worst Call of Duty of all time. Right now, I have it like in the middle, maybe like a 6 or 7, and it definitely has some potential to improve. So hopefully it can improve a little bit and we can have more fun playing it. But it's a solid base where we are at right now. I think it's a solid start, and we can just keep improving and enjoy this game for a whole year. That's the goal. That's the plan. But thank you guys all for watching. We made it to the end. You are a real one. I appreciate it. I will see you in the next video, and as always, my name's Attach, and I'm out. Peace.